Greetings, students. I overheard two of my pals chatting yesterday, and I wish to share something with you all. Here is what they were saying.
I had dinner with my friends last night.
Oh, that's great. How many times did everyone pause to take a picture of their food before eating?
What an interesting response from the man. What kind of message does he send here? Yeah, the guy intended to satirize females for taking photographs before dining, implying that taking pictures is more essential to them than eating. This is an example of satire, which is what I want to talk to you about today. Do you know what satire is? Satire is a type of humor that is used to criticize or expose people's flaws, mistakes, or foolishness. We novelists like to use satire to criticize people's folly, vice, and stupidity within our societies. Normally, we have three types of satire, including exaggeration, irony, and parody. Now, have you ever heard of Animal Farm? It is one of my most popular books, published in 1945, and is famous for satire. Consider one of the well-known examples from Animal Farm with satirical elements. In this picture, I was criticizing a society, which was about the Russian Communist Social Group. The pigs represent the political groups, and the government of the Communist Social Group that seized power during the revolution. There is one famous quote in the novel: "All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others." It implies that everyone seems to be equal, but in fact, people with higher status always have more power than their peers. Now, I would like to invite one of my poet friends who has written satirical poetry to share another example of satire. How about William Blake? Let us give him a big hand.
Thank you, my friend, George Orwell. Hi, boys and girls. I am William Blake. After listening to Orwell's introduction, I believe all of you now have more understanding of satire. So, let's look at some of my poems that include satire. In 1789, I published a poem, The Chimney Sweeper. I'd like to invite one of the children to read some lines. When my mother died, I was very young, and my father sold me, while yet my tongue could scarcely cry, weep, 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 weep. What message did you get from these lines? In fact, I tried to satirize the ruthless way in which the children's family treated them. Even though the children were too immature and had just begun to learn how to express themselves, their families still sent them to work as child laborers. It is evident that the family and society prioritized economic growth over children's development, thus compelling them to engage in endless child labor. Let us see another example. So your chimneys I sweep, and in soot I sleep. What would you feel if you saw a child who not only helped others clean their chimneys, but also lived in the same place? This line is intended to satirize the dehumanization of the living conditions and treatment of children in the early 19th century. It also illustrates the inferior status of child laborers and the disregard for children's well-being.
Now, I hope you guys better understand satire. Satire can help you comment and express your views on everyday topics. And sometimes other people do not even realize it. So, before we go, think about whether you have ever been satirical to others. If you have, remember, don't treat your family and friends in this way. In fact, It's impolite.
I hope all of you enjoyed this video.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.